All right. We are doing Althea Francisco in 6th period, and this is the first law lab. So we're grading this now to see if everything is okay, and anything that I find that isn't okay, Althea now has another day to get it fixed, and all is well. Okay, first of all, we're supposed to see the rubric. There would be, are you listening?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 page for the first page of the rubric. Don't let it go 2 pages. Don't let it go without having it all on 1 page. And she put her name right up top where it belongs. So we've got the 2 pages here. This is not going to 2 pages either. It's all on 1 page. So she gets her full credit for having the rubric. And, oops, that's 2. Okay, I'm doing it over here. Tomorrow, when this is graded by the TA, we'll be seeing numbers over here. And so she could use this page over again because everything's fine on it. And she just needs to erase the 2's and the whatever. Okay, the purpose section. All right, now I'm going to go back and forth. Next, we were supposed to see purpose. And the purpose is there. Where did that come from, folks? Where's this come from? This is the lab sheet, right? Where do you get the lab sheet? Huh? You go to labs. Okay, go to my website. Go where it says, here, let's just do it. If I can get to it. Here. Okay, lab sheet will be, we got to go to a website, and so we're going to go to my website and look for, where do I find lab sheets? In labs, absolutely. Okay, so here's Learning Center, and then we go down to labs and open this up, and now you can see First Law Lab rubric. Then you also see this guy here. These are for the labs themselves. Do not use this guy. Use this guy, because this guy will copy easier, and you want to copy some of that so you don't have to type it in. Okay? And that's what that's all about. Now let's get rid of this, and let's go down here, and we're looking at purpose. So purpose is there. The materials and equipment, chemical materials and equipment is there. And we look at chemical reactions. That's there. And remember, there's more complete descriptions of what each of these is right in your rubric. So if you haven't read that, it would be a good idea to do that. I'm just focusing again to make sure we got our focus good. All right, so we're so far so good. The next thing we should have is the procedure. So she copied in her procedure. For most of you, and even here for Althea, if you don't have any other errors, I wouldn't do it. But I'd like to have the procedure on a new page. It would be best. But I see your procedure has 13 on down to 32. So it's going to run 2 pages, and it was just as well to do it the way you did it. Okay, Althea? So I wouldn't count off anything for that. So we've got procedure, and that's worth 10 points. Remember, it was worth 5 points when we did it as an oral report, and now it's worth another 10 points, 15 points. It's the gift that just keeps on giving, folks. All right, let's move on. Observations. It's the observations and conclusions where everybody has problems. And let's take a look and see if she's doing the right thing with observations. Okay, let's get in there nice and close. Okay, I'm looking at Ziploc bag, felt warm. Oh, perfect way to say that. When we combine the diluted phenol red solution with the white beads, these are good statements. During the combination of the diluted and the beads, an exothermic reaction occurred. This part right here, the exothermic, that belongs in conclusions. And did you mention it in your conclusion too? Okay, so you don't need to mention it here. your observation is actually during the combination with the white beads, exothermic reaction occurred because, you see, you want to get the because part into your conclusion, okay? Because we felt the heat. That's your observation, okay? This is where people normally don't get it separated the first time around. So it's good that you're having yours graded. When we finally combine the three chemicals, I have noticed that an exothermic, again, not exothermic, you want to say that you felt it get hotter, okay? The temperature increased, whatever, okay? And gases are trying to escape from the plastic bag. Okay, how do you know it's gas? That's not the observation, is it? Okay. What did you see that made you think you had a gas? Go ahead. When what? Okay, the bag is getting bigger. That's your observation. What else did you see in the chemicals? Did you see bubbles? Okay, that's an observation. Did you see a color change? That's an observation. Okay? What that meant is in your conclusions. Is that making sense, folks? Okay, good. So, in general, I can see, you need a little bit of polish on what your observations are, but your observations are excellent. You just need to know where to put what part of them. That's all. So this is really very good. I would give this an 8. All right? And that's excellent. Now, in the data table that's also in your observation section, the TA will be looking for, do you have 3 decimals on all masses? So we got 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Okay, good. 2 decimals on your volume for your phenol red. And the mass of the plastic bag with all chemicals and without. And so there's a difference there. And that's one of the big things that I want you to explain. You don't have to be right. You just have to have an explanation. Okay? So here we go. Law of conservation of mass states that mass is neither created nor destroyed in chemical reaction, and also states product blah blah blah. In our lab, we have used white beads, the calcium chloride, excellent, and baking soda, and you gave the chemical formula, diluted phenol red solution. Okay, to prove this. Okay, see, all of this was stated already. You can take this out. The reaction between diluted phenol red, now we're talking, okay, solution and the white beads produces heat. Ah, and that is exothermic. Okay, the reaction occurred during the reaction. Endothermic reaction also occurred. Combined chemicals, that was on the side that had what? What side felt colder? Okay, you need to state that in your observations. Now here, you can then say, the endothermic reaction was happening with the where? The sodium bicarb, right? Okay, that's what you want in your conclusions. So this is pretty good. I would give it a 5. And she has this sheet. Hold on just a minute, please. Don't do anything. Oh, we don't have it. Okay, so she doesn't have this. That's minus 10 points, you see. So you want to be sure and get that in. So overall, this was a very, very well done paper. All right, just some minor things to fix. Good job.